Hello everyone. In this session, we're going to be taking a look at policy-based routing, also known as PBR. This feature is a feature in Cisco switches, and you can also use it. You can also do policy-based routing on routers, and it's not very commonly used in like a small or medium enterprise. But I think it's a great feature that all network engineers should have in their tool set, because it can be helpful when you're doing uh, migrations, or if you're having to reroute traffic based on particular criterias. So let's take a quick look at the lab that I have set up here. In this particular lab, I set up two hosts that are on the same network, 192.168.200 network. And then I have a switch which is the gateway for both of these hosts. And then the switch has connection to the router, which is its default gateway. There's two routers here, one with 100.1 and 100.2. And then we have our WAN address, our WAN network. And so with a simple network, all these systems will use their default gateway when it's trying to reach a network that's outside of its local LAN. So for example, if this PC is trying to get to 10.10.20.10, it's going to send us to its gateway, which is switch 1, and then switch 1 at the moment, its gateway is, we can take a look at the routing table, it's 100.1. Gateway of last resort is 100.1. So it's going to send it here in order to get to this subnet or this address here. And we can take a quick look by doing a quick trace route from PC5 here. PC5, when it's trying to get to 10.10.20.10, it's going to send it to its gateway, which is in this case 200.1, and then the switch will send it to its gateway, which is 100.1, and then this router will be able, once the traffic gets over here, it knows how to get to 10.10.20.10. And so with policy-based routing, what we can manipulate is the way the traffic is routed based on a policy versus a route. For example, and right now we have PC6, it would also take the same route going to 100.1, because the switch is configured with a default gateway, and so any traffic trying to leave its local or local connected networks, it's going to send it to its default gateway. So in order to configure policy-based routing, there's 3 steps to this process. The first step is to identify what traffic you want to manipulate. In this case, in our lab, what we're going to do is we're going to configure traffic coming from PC5 to go to router 2. And we're going to we're not going to do anything to PC6. So it will continue to use router 1. So the first thing is, in order to identify the traffic, we're going to create an access list. It's going to take just a second here. Okay. Okay, so the IP address is 192.168.200.10 of this host. So we're going to match on that traffic. Now that we have our access list, the next thing we need to do is configure our route map. In this route map, what we're going to do is we're going to match on traffic, matching this ACL. So this, any traffic that matches this ACL, we want to do the next step, which is we want to set the IP next hop address to the second router, which is 192.168.100.2. So what this is saying, with our route map, what we're doing is we're saying any traffic that matches this ACL, we want the next hop to be 192.168.100.2. And in this case, the only thing that's going to match this ACL is our PC5 IP address. So the next thing we want to do is we want to apply this route map to our interface. We want to apply it to the gateway interface for these PCs here. And so in this case, it's VLAN 200. And so now if we look at our configuration, our route map is now applied to our interface. So whenever PC1 now tries to reach 10.10.20.10, it should use this router instead of this router because it's going to match on our policy. And it does. As you can see here, the PC will send its traffic to its gateway, but then the switch will look at the policy and know to send the traffic to 100.2 instead of 100.1. However, traffic from PC6 will continue to use 100.1 because it does not match in the ACL that we created. Well, I hope you find this training session helpful. And if you like this training session, hit the like button. And if you want to see more of these sessions, subscribe so you can be notified when I post my next video. Thank you.